Hello guys, it's Jim the Pawoodsman. Got inspired the other day by a video my good friend Dave, Crockett 20 did, shooting some video of just nature more or less. And a lot of times I get out here and I get too wrapped up into the video and don't get back to why I started doing this to begin with, to enjoy nature. So I thought I'd just go out today and walk around the woods and see what we can discover. Maybe have a little coffee and lunch while we're out here, but and spend some quality time with my friends here on YouTube. So get back to why this channel was started to begin with and where I need to get my mind back to. So, alright guys, join me today. Just out enjoying a day off and enjoying some of nature. A little overcast today, had a little rain overnight. It's supposed to get better as the day go by. So we'll see what happens. Be back with you guys after a while. With bushcraft, you try to learn edible plants and berries and stuff like that. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this is. And it's soft like a berry. To me, I would think this is poisonous, and why would I think that just right off the bat without knowing? Is to see the numbers of these that are still on the tree. And what I'm referring to that is the fact that the wildlife tends to leave it alone. If the wildlife leaves it alone, it must be for a reason. So if they leave it alone, I have a tendency to just skip myself. Now this is a plant last year. I made a mistake thinking this was rose hips. It looks like a rose bush, but come to find out these are not actual rose hips. And fortunately, the smell of it, and just in the slight little taste I did get of it, was appalling, so I didn't drink any more of it. So gotta really identify what's out there whenever you're learning this stuff, and I'm one that needs to learn too. So just wanted to say that. This was interesting, this exposed root system through here. So I'm just in an area I've shot some videos before in, not many, but I just like to change my route and routine around, and haven't seen anything yet nature-wise as in wildlife. I heard a chipmunk. If I would have stuck around, I might have saw it, but I'm just taking a nice easy stroll. No rhyme or reason. So just the thick spot of the woods right now. It wasn't so bad before, but they put a gas well in over here and changed the landscaping a little bit around. So nice, pretty decent acorn. I'm out this year, so what I'm seeing in the air is where there should be some, so at least there'll be some food for what deer we have and other wildlife that tend to forage on it. So alright, I'm going to hush for now and see if we can find some wild game here. Just letting you listen to the chipmunk in the background. I haven't seen him yet, but there's at least two in this little area. Well, I didn't see that chipmunk get on film. Like, we haven't all seen a chipmunk before anyhow. I'm back in an area I haven't been to in probably about 2 years. And it's always nice when you come into an area that brings you a memory. This area I'm in now was a location. I shot a video with a good friend of mine, Jesse. He came and helped me fix the floor in the camper 2 years ago when I first got it. And then we came up here and did some bow drill fire practice. He was trying to learn it. And he managed to get a hole and everything, so that was great. Simplest things in life remind you of stuff, you know. Today probably wouldn't be the most conducive day to be trying bow drill, since we do have some dampness in the woods. I don't think we'd have any luck at all, to be honest. But I do see one thing while I'm in here. It ain't wildlife, but shelter opportunities. And the bark coming off of this one would make great shingles. So, one nice thing too about this time of year, but is there's still a lot of tall grass, a lot of stuff that you could use to make a warm bed to lay in, keep you from losing your body heat through the cold soil. Nothing right back in here, but over at Fitzbydoc's place there's tons of goldenrod, which makes a great bed. Well, we're going to venture for a little while longer and find a place to throw up the hammock chair and make some coffee and some lunch and sit still and observe. I'd like to see if that was in fact a coyote I saw a couple weeks ago. They tend to hang out in an area if hunting's good, so hopefully hunting's good for them around here and they're sticking around and we can see them. So, talk to you later. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this mushroom is, so I wouldn't be picking this one to eat. Resembles hens of the woods or sulfur mushroom, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's too many bad things that can happen by consuming mushrooms you don't know. Just want to flip it over here, see what it looks like underneath here. Well, I made a mistake and touched that berry earlier by hand, but some stuff, even touching it, can absorb the toxins, or if you keep it on your fingers without cleaning them, give you some issues. So that's the underneath of this mushroom. Like I said, this very well could be an edible, but with the rain and everything we had, it makes it look a lot more matted, and I'm not 100% sure, and it looks kind of old too, but I don't know. So when I don't know, I leave alone. So, let's venture some more, folks, and find a suitable spot to hang the hammock chair. Alright guys, we're sitting in here in our hammock chair. Set these up out of the way. I only have my little tripod-y thing here. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry about that. My Ultra Pod. So I didn't bring a regular tripod since I knew I was going to be trotting around through the woods a ways and didn't want to drop it and catch it on things, bushwhacking. We're back in the area I've camped before, and I've seen deer back here quite frequently, so we're back here set up. gonna relax and see what we can see. I'm not gonna be using this as too much tripoding. I don't want to put it too far from me in case something came in. It's not good. We can at least get it on video. Right now I'm just heating up some water for my lunch and coffee. I'm gonna have some beef starting off with mushrooms. Excuse me. Trying to be quiet here and not disturb anything that's out and about. So, but heard some movement earlier, so maybe we'll see something. Who knows? The coyote came out of the area up above me here, so. And then when I go back to my vehicle, I'm just going to walk the old gas well road and avoid bushwhacking. So, while I'm sitting here waiting for my water to come to a boil, I'll be getting out here in about 2 weeks and going on a hammock hang with Blister Boy and Hobbit. Ryan's leaving for Michigan to go up for a bushcraft class he's teaching, so he won't be around. So, but I'll be going out. Well deserved. I got my cables for my camper. I may mess around with that a little bit this afternoon or Thursday, depending on. So I'm going to need a hand with that because I need somebody to crank it up so I can hold it up in the air and get to the other cable I need to replace. I received a nice gift in the mail the other day from a friend, and that was a Alinco DT110T. It's a 2-meter ham radio mobile. We're still trying to get it set up. I got that as well as a power supply and a magnet mount antenna, which doesn't seem to be working too efficiently. So I ordered a adapter to try to use my Slim Jim when if I want to use it until I can get an actual 2-meter antenna and put up a nice mast at home, because getting out of town and home is very hard. We're in a pretty deep hollow. Fire departments, a lot of times you won't hear them even out of town. Before on the old system, which was VHF, which is more or less 2-meter. So, but we'll get that set up, and once I get it fine-tuned, we'll show you that. But pop-up camper season's more or less done with. School started. My daughter's got a lot of activities she likes to do with her friends, so it's not corresponding real well with going out with a pop-up. So we're just trying to call it the end of season this year. Worked on getting the cables fixed. I got to replace the city water intake on it, because anytime I use the pump off of city water, I have water coming out the intake. I think the pressure relief valve may have went, so I'm not sure. So, but I'm just going to replace it, and some pipes that tend to leak on me, so get it ready for next season. So that'll be my fall winter project, along with the ham radio going up for another level. So making sure my fire is still going. Alright guys, enough just BSing. This is supposed to be a nature thing, so let's get back to nature, and I'll talk to you later. Two of them snuck in on me. I was just gonna reset on my hammock, and those two snuck in on me, guys. Still was nice and fun. Alright guys, like I was saying here a little bit ago, when we saw that deer, I was just put the phone down. My wife had texted me during her lunch break, and I just put the phone down. I was going to get myself a little bit situated so I could see behind me here as well a little bit, and just happened to see the head of a deer. I know they're around right in this area. I see them quite often every time I'm out here. Hear them in here when I'm camping in here. So every once in a while I'll see her and her young'un walking in this gas line that's behind me here, to my right here. But and that's okay. We still saw them. I don't like spooking them. The last couple times I saw them, I never spooked them. They saw me and they just kept on feeding. It wasn't a threat, but just made just the right movement that spooked it. So, but they'll be back again. They won't be deterred by me. Although this is a hunting spot, so hopefully her and her young'un made it through this season without being taken out just to kill them. So that's why I don't hunt them anymore. I'd rather shoot them with the camera, and if I had to survive, I'd tell them to eat them. But I'm enjoying nature. So, well, probably about another 5-10 minutes, my food should be done. I'll be able to enjoy some lunch. I'll show you what it looks like. Just like I said, some homemade beef stroganoff I made and dehydrated a while back. So, talk to you after a bit. Well, here's my lunch. Doesn't look too bad. Looked better when I made it the first time. Oops, steaming up the wind. So I better quit. So talk to you later there. If you're observant, you can see small trails like this. There's deer, fresh deer done, and tracks. It's a small deer though. And excuse me, another fond memory, and not necessarily here, when I see this Princess Pine, which is here, right beneath my feet. It reminds me of when I was a young man hanging out with my grandfather up at camp, because this was typically thing you'd find up north around his hunting camp, and always enjoyed seeing that when I was up there. Just like T-berry, I always take a moment to reflect back when I see even T-berries. Just little things, you know. It's a memory. It's amazing. Just enjoying the sounds of nature. Just listening to some more sounds. Well, real quick, guys. Got out a little bit today. Sun's now starting to peek through a little bit. Wasn't any blue skies. Temps were upper 60s, low 70s. Nice day to get out here regardless. Got to see a few things. Got some stills shot you'll see in there. But as always, I want to thank you for coming along with me when I'm just out and about and enjoying what God's provided us. So thank you for watching. And as always, God bless.